Hey everybody, Boris, BK Forex. Welcome to the crosses section for SEP 25 to SEP 29, 2017. And the crosses section this week is kind of very interesting because we have a little bit of cable strength and weakness that we can trade, and I think a little bit of Aussie strength and weakness that we can trade that makes some very interesting combos. So my first trade idea of the week is the relative weakness of cable as we closed out the week. Certainly the credit rating downgrade at the end of the week should weigh a little bit on it. The wishy-washy Theresa May speech, which I still think really did not present a strong case, could have an impact on it. You could trade it through euro pound, assuming that we have Merkel strong win, strong IFO. I think you could definitely express it through euro pound. But as I am recording this into the weekend, I now see that there is breaking news that U.S. is sort of doing jet flybys North Korea, essentially establishing its show of force. And all of the saber rattling in Asia certainly going to present some serious risk aversion flows as well. So I think either euro pound or pound Swiss could work, but in this case, a pound Swiss with resistance at 32, support at 30 could be an interesting trade to the open of the week, especially if the tension actually mounts by the time you guys see this, and by the time the markets open up Monday for you, Sunday for me. The other interesting trade, of course, is the Kiwi relative strength trade here. How did the Nationals do? Is there sort of a relief rally out of the Kiwi coming up into the weekend? Odd Kiwi has been very weak, looks tremendously weak on the charts. This 108 is a big support level that if it gets broken, really can take us all the way down to maybe 106. So I like this trade to the downside as a momentum trade that goes further. And then the other trade is really kind of a half-half trade. I can't say that I absolutely love this trade, but there's still quite some interesting potential here. Now this is, again, odd relative weakness trade here against the CAD. It's lost some of its juice because the Canadian data has not been as strong. But if the Canadian data comes up, like in other words, if Canadian data sort of resuscitates this week, and dollar CAD does not break the 124 resistance to the upside, the odd CAD trade could really come right back down towards the 97. So I think that's an interesting look as well. Let's take a look at the charts here and start with pound Swiss as my first look. So this is daily chart, classic reversal candle, right? Nice big classic reversal candle, almost engulfing, almost. I mean, it would have been perfect if the close was at the low, but it's close enough. I mean, the low here was what? 42, we're at 77, not far away. Really presents, I think, an interesting opportunity. It certainly would present a big opportunity if we are in the midst of some very tense standoff as the week starts out, because the combination of risk aversion plus the cable weakness could very quickly take us all the way down to 130 on that trade. Now, odd Kiwi is a much more sort of insulated trade. It's really intra-com dollar trade. But look at this. Look at these daily candles. We're ending on the lows of the day on Friday, coming into Monday. If we do get a relief rally in the Kiwi and a break of this lows here, certainly 108 big, is a key support level. But a break here takes us all the way out to 107 actually. And I like this trade. Very big, nice topping formation of the 110, and now we seem to be sort of in a momentum move to the downside. Still like this trade. Only a move back up 110 invalidates the move. One possibility here is you could probably scale up against the position. So you short here, and if it kind of moves, chokes up against you, I would scale up once or twice against the 110 stop as a potential trade. This is definitely setting up as a pretty decent trade here into the start of the week. And the last trade that I talked about, odd CAD, still looks relatively weak because this was a big, shockingly big candle. And I think that sent a pretty strong signal to the downside here. So the retrace here could just simply be a nice toe hold, a nice positioning trade, price positioning trade here for a potential revisit back down below the 97s. All of this obviously rests on the idea that monetary policy out of Australia is going nowhere, but monetary policy out of Canada could still tighten up a little bit more as we go forward, and the support in oil certainly could help us. I mean, if oil goes to 51, that should be positive caddy as well. And all of those factors could really wait to move back down towards 97s. So I like this position. You're wrong completely if 99 gets taken out and you have just relative CAD weakness. But until this point, I think it's probably a good positioning trade for a modest low volatility intra-com dollar cross trade. Other than that, those are the best ideas. I wish you guys the best luck, the best of trading. Should be a very interesting start of the week, especially with all the news that's happening over the weekend. Boris Schlossberg, over and out.